guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match. Barcelona beat Real Betis by 2-1. I don't know how the hell we did it, but we did it, and we secured Champions League football for next season. Of course, Xavi, when he came in November, the objective was to get Champions League football, and we've now officially done it. It was a crazy game, very end-to-end, very even, but in the end, Barcelona picked up the 3 important points. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Neto in goal, a back 4 of Dani Alves, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba, midfield 3 of Busquets, Xavi, and De Jong, in the front 3 of Dembele, Memphis, Depay, and Ferran Torres, with Aubameyang, Ansu, Adama, and Ricky Push coming off the bench. And from the last match, of course, Ter Stegen is sick, that's why Neto came in, and also Ousmane Dembele came in for Aubameyang. So overall, team performance rating on the night, I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10 despite getting the 3 points. I think we did not play that well, especially in possession. The amount of times we gave the ball away today was absolutely dreadful. We could not control our passing today, and we saw on Xavi from the touchline, he was fuming every time we lost the ball for no freaking reason. It was dreadful. I thought the match was very end-to-end. We didn't match Betis in terms of, pressure, intensity, playing the right football. I felt like in the first half, it was very even. Second half came in, I think Betis were on top of us, but in the end, Ansu Fati came up, he showed up and got that beautiful goal that, of course, took a deflection. And then they had a free kick. We could not mark for our lives, and they scored an open header from Marc Bartra to make it 1-1. You're thinking, drop points, it's not the end of the world, we'll still get Champions League football. This may have, a big hindering though on second place. And then Jordi Alba shows up with that golazo against the run of play. I think we were on the counterattack after Betis lost the ball. Very lucky we got away with 3 points, but overall on our actual performance, did not think it was that great. And of course, we had a week off now. You can expect Barcelona, when we have a week off, to come back and perform. If we're going, Thursday, Sunday, you can understand if, a poor performance comes in. But playing poor after having a week off is unacceptable in my opinion. So overall, based on the performance tonight, I will give Barcelona a 5 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual ratings. Now, there is some juicy ones. Firstly, in goal, it was Neto, and I'm going to give Neto a 7 out of 10. He was almost my man in the match, but I will give it to someone else. I thought Neto today was absolutely superb in goal. Came in for Ter Stegen, who was sick on short notice, and probably played his last game for Barcelona. Sucks he didn't get a clean sheet, but in the end, he came up big in the second half with 2 absolutely huge saves, and also his distribution tonight was not that bad either. So overall for Neto, I will give him a 7 out of 10. Now for the defense, starting off with the right-hand side center back, it was Ronaldo Araujo, and I will give Araujo a 7 out of 10, and my man of the match as well. His tackles today really saved us. I think his distribution at the back today wasn't that great. He gave some misplaced passes, but not too much like he usually does. But his 1v1 defending today, his tackling saved our arse. Without him, if it was, for example, Eric Garcia Longlet, we would have been screwed. I think with Pique in there, we would have done well, but without Araujo, I think we lose this match, and for me, he was my man in the match, and I will give him a 7 out of 10 after a very solid performance. And his partner on the left-hand side, it was Eric Garcia. I will give Eric Garcia a 6. He was still solid overall during the match, but had a few slip-ups, few silly fouls on Borja Iglesias, gave the ball away once, I believe, with the turnover, but passing out from the back from him was much better than Araujo, as you expect. I think his defending today wasn't that bad either, but again, in those 1v1 situations, wasn't that great and was a little bit suspect as well. So overall, for Eric Garcia, I will be giving him a 6 out of 10. Into the fullbacks now, let's talk about Dani Alves on the right-hand side, and I will give Dani Alves tonight a 6 out of 10. Now, going forward, I don't think he was that great, but his defending today was absolutely brilliant. I was going to give him a 5 because, of course, he caused this, the equalizer from Betis. That tactical foul in the end ended up in a goal. He got a yellow card as well, but he gave the assist for the final goal, an absolutely beautiful cross to Jordi Alba. I don't think he was expecting him to score that, but, get a header, maybe cross it back in or whatever. But again, Dani Alves today going forward wasn't that great, but his defending today for me was absolutely superb. He dealt very well with Juanmi on the left-hand side and also in the middle with Borja Iglesias as well. So overall for me, Dani Alves, it's a very solid 6. You could maybe give him a 7 if he didn't get that yellow card, of course. But overall, I will give him a 6 out of 10. Now at left back is, of course, the man who got the golazo, Jordi Alba. I will give Jordi Alba a 7. His performance probably a 6, but I give him a 7, of course, for scoring the winning goal. I think for him, it was kind of, even for both things. Going forward a bit, meh, and go defending a bit meh as well. He didn't do anything very, very well today. Of course, went down with a back injury as well. He was spazzing on the ground for like 5 minutes. I don't know what was up with that. But again, very, very mixed from him. He went forward, did some good things as well, putting some good crosses, but Ferran Torres or Depay or Ousmane Dembele couldn't get onto them. Defended as well, did okay, but of course in that first half, it was wide open. Saliba, I think the right back for Betis, was, he had the freedom of the whole pitch down that Jordi Alba side. He couldn't defend that well. He could blame maybe Memphis Depay for now coming back and tracking back. But in the end, Jordi Alba got the golazo that secured Barcelona 3 points. So overall, Jordi Alba for me, I will give him a 7 out of 10. Into the midfield now, we're starting with Busquets, El Capitano. I will give Busi tonight a 6 out of 10. Average from him, didn't do anything great, didn't do anything poorly in my opinion. Started off the match very, very poorly though in my opinion, but in the second half, turned up, was much, much better. He had some great turns in the middle of the pitch as well, connecting the play from the defense and the midfield to the attack very, very well. Again, had some misplaced passes as well, but I think overall, typical Busquets performance, nothing great, nothing poor. So overall, I will give Busquets a 6 out of 10. Now the right-hand side of the midfield, it was Frankie de Jong. I'm going to give Frankie a 6, but you could also give him a 5. I probably would have given him, a 5.5, but I rounded up to 6. I think with Frankie in the first half, very, very poor. I think going forward, he made some great runs in this match, which he, of course, never got the long ball to score, never got the pass, made some great runs, but holding the ball, the possession, I think he was poor today. In the second half, grew into it a bit more, made some great runs in the second half as well. I think the last 15-20 minutes, he was superb with that engine, with that, tenacity in the midfield. Overall, for me, I think his passing and link-up play today wasn't that great. So overall, for me, I will give him a 6 out of 10. And lastly, on the left-hand side of the midfield, it was Xavi, who apparently ran over 10 kilometers in this match, and I will give him a 6 out of 10 as well. Same thing for Frankie de Jong, but opposite. First half, I thought he was very, very well. He was getting stuck in, getting some good tackles, making some great runs, had some beautiful feints as well. Second half was a bit poor. Some of his passing was a bit sloppy, but again, got stuck in, had some great tackles, some great body feints as well to, switch the play and prevent the counterattack and, also start the counterattack as well. But again, from Xavi, same with Frankie and Busi, typical performance from him. So overall, I will give him a 6 out of 10. Into the forwards now, we're starting with Ousmane Dembele at the right wing. I will give Dembele today a 6 out of 10, but similar to Frankie, you could give him a 5 as well. I probably would have given him a 5.5 if I could, but I rounded up to 6. For me, Dembele, I think his mindset today, he had the right idea. Attack the defense, get those crosses in, make some good crosses, come back and help Dani Alves in defense as well. But he couldn't really execute it. I think some of the times he was okay, but sometimes the cross was too high for Memphis, too low for Memphis, not close enough for Ferran Torres. He'd pass 3 players, then lose it. I think he had the right idea, but then executed properly, especially in that first half. Second half, didn't really get the ball that much, but when he did, he made some good runs. I think he had a few shots as well. Gave some nice runs for Aubameyang as well. So overall, you could give him a 5, you could give him a 6, but I'd probably give him, a 5.5 if I could. Now, on the other side of the wing, on the left-hand side, it was Memphis Depay, and I will give Memphis a 6 out of 10. Same thing as Dembele, but I think he executed a bit more than Dembele. Had some great shots in the first half. Didn't really connect well with Jordi Alba, didn't really track back and help him as well, but got really stuck in, got some nice cut in, had some great dribbling, connected well with Frankie de Jong, and also Ferran Torres up top, even though Ferran Torres gave the ball away a few times. Second half, got into it a bit more. His crossing today was good, taking some corner kicks as well. They were very, very good in the right areas. Felt like he undeservedly got taken off and he was a bit disappointed. So you could give Memphis again a 5.5, maybe 5 as well, but I will round it up to a 6. But on paper, I'd probably give him a 5.5. Didn't think he was that poor, but didn't think he was that great in the end. And finally, up top, it was your boy Ferran Torres. I mean, oh my god, man, I'm reaching a boiling point with this guy. I'm gonna give him a 3. You could give him a 2 or a 1. Could give him a 4 or a 5, but definitely was not a 6. Hold-up play today for him as a striker was dreadful. He could not, pass the ball twice. He gave the ball away so many times, almost led to a goal if he didn't get fouled. In the second half, he had a beautiful opportunity to make it 1-0, I think around the hour mark. I think the right back, Saliba, messed up. 1v1 with the keeper, just stick it to the back of the net, nutmeg him, roof it, right-hand corner, left-hand corner. He also had Frankie de Jong open for the sweat as well. He shot it straight at the keeper, man. I don't know how he's starting games. I don't know if he's dating Xavi's daughter. Maybe he's got 2 girlfriends. He does Xavi's news, or I don't know what's going on. But he's been poor again. Terrible performance, and I'm shocked that he was not subbed off first for Memphis. He got subbed off in the end, but I'm so surprised that Xavi didn't take him out first. I thought he was dreadful. So overall for me, Ferran Torres, I will be giving him a very, very generous, in my opinion, 3 out of 10. Into the substitutions now. The subs were Riqui Puig, Adama, Ansu Fati, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I will give Riqui Puig, Adama, and Oba a 6. They came in, did what they had to do. Nothing, not really had a big impact. By the way, I want to give credit for Riqui Puig. He came in, hasn't played in a while and did okay. He lost the ball a few times, but wasn't as worse as I thought he was. But of course, the star boy, Ansu Fati, getting a goal, and I will give him a 7 out of 10. Man, this guy can just stay fit. We have a player on our hands, man. Every time he gets injured, he comes back in, scores goals, gets assists, then he gets injured again. He has to stay fit, man. If he can stay fit next season, he's going to be golden. Absolutely golden, man. And again, for Adama, while Ricky didn't really, get into the game, I will give him a 6. But for Ansu Fati, I will give him a 7 out of 10. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Xavi Hernandez. I will give Xavi today a 7 out of 10, of course, above average. I think the lineup was good, of course, besides him starting Ferran Torres. I don't know why the hell he started him. Should have been Alba and maybe even Luke. I don't really mind that. I think his game plan was, spot on, had the right system, right style, right personnel, except for Ferran, but the players on the pitch tonight could not execute. But I want to give him credit for his subs. His subs were the right subs, maybe not at the right time, but they all had an impact. And I said during the live stream as well, Busquets got a yellow card. He's going to be suspended for the next match. The next match in the midfield, it will be Frankie, Riqui Puig, and Gavi. I said, look, bring on Riqui Puig, give him some minutes because you can't just chuck him in straight away against Celta Vigo. He has to come on, get some freshness, and he did do that. So credit to Xavi, got the 3 points, everything's all good. Champions League football is going to be back at the Camp Nou. So overall for Xavi, I will give him a 7 out of 10. So that was my match review for Real Betis versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, and of course leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know firstly is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, your manager rating, and also, do you believe that Barcelona will finish in second place in La Liga? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Big win, big 3 points. Take care, and Forza Barca.